Hello and welcome to B&B Care Services. My name is Lynnette Bragg. B&B Care Services home office is in Springfield, Georgia, which is a little north of Savannah area. We do cover the majority of the state of Georgia with many of the supports that we do offer. We are one of the best kept secrets on Main Street in Springfield because people just really do not know what our staff of close to 100 people provide to individuals all across the state. B&B Care Services itself was the brainchild of Matthew Bragg, and Matthew was a very young man who was well ahead of his time in his thought processes and things, but he truly encouraged us to begin this agency to help his brother and also to help his brother have an income that would support him the rest of his life. And Matthew, we always knew, would make sure his brother was cared for from the time he was a young toddler going around to as he got older, making sure his brother had what he needed, what he wanted, and that his brother had a lot of stuff to laugh at. Because life is measured in laughs and smiles, not in what task you can perform. And Matthew was so brilliant on knowing those things way before his time. Matthew was killed in an automobile accident down the road from our home his senior year in high school. And from there, we learned very quickly that we could not rely on Matthew to be Scott's support system or the eyeballs that would be needed to make sure Scott was cared for. My son had significant disabilities and required 24-hour supports, but between the family and the paid supports that we could get or that we could pay for ourselves, he was able to stay at home and lived his entire life. In fact, he was able to pass away in his own home, and that in itself is a real privilege in this country to be surrounded by people that you love at that time of your life. So I think we really have evolved into an agency that was initiated on personal need and family need. But we look around and there are other families who need just a little bit of help, who may be going through a crisis, who may be trying to just survive the day-to-day of providing supports to their loved ones who are aging, to their loved ones who have disabilities. And that made us start working with families even more on developing long-term plans. What are your plans? How is your loved one going to be living if you are not there to oversee it or to pay for it? So we have evolved over the years to working individually with families on their long-term care needs. I think all of these things come together, and when I look at the future of B&B, I look at the tremendous staff that God has placed us with that work with the company, using the company as only the vehicle to get things done to help people with. This is not about the company. This is about the staff that work here being committed to working with individuals in helping them be in the community of their choice and get the supports that they need. We have highly qualified, seasoned staff that truly know resources in Georgia. We work very hard at having our staff be spokespersons for people with disabilities and those that are aging that cannot speak for themselves, but to bring those to the forefront for the state agencies that are charged with supporting people, and also the legislators that do put forth bills and funding for these particular programs to help people stay at home. So thank you again for visiting B&B Care Services and learning a little bit more about what we do at B&B Care Services. The company is a vehicle that is used to help people obtain the services that they need, and our staff, our premier staff, seasoned premier staff, are working with you and on your behalf every day to help you live, learn, work, and play in your community.